Hi traders, welcome back. This is Mike Hamilton, just about to do your in-depth weekly review. Hope you're having a great weekend. I certainly am. Weather's been fantastic today, so got a lot done. Just a reminder, as from Wednesday I'll be away for a full week and a half. So Tuesday after the session will be my last video for a full week and a half. So I will be looking at the market from time to time and dropping a line, but just to be aware of that. To compensate you for that, I will be doing extra work when I get back. I'll put on some extra free coursework to do with some of the basics and also stocks. The emphasis when I get back from my break, I want to try and persuade more and more of you to do stocks, because I think there is a lot of money to be made in stocks if you know how to select them and manage stocks. They can be very, very profitable. Sometimes Forex gets stuck in a groove and doesn't generate the points that you want or maybe you expect. At times when the stock markets are in certain pivotal points, it's a very, very good way of generating extra growth and income from your accounts. So look at the Nasdaq here as we speak. This to me is a leading indicator, and for the Nasdaq to close at 24.28, Nasdaq futures that is very, very promising. So it could have been a triple top drop, but on a very quiet day on Friday, that did a second successive very big move. So 3 out of 4 days last week, on the back of a hammer on Monday, the Nasdaq futures have moved very, very well, and that's a very convincing close. The S&P futures and the Dow futures were not as promising, but I'm going to take my lead from Nasdaq, as that was such a strong close. A lot of low volume on Friday after a big day on Thursday. It's hardly surprising. I did trade on Friday, but very, very lightly and only on a couple of small moves in oil. Nothing to talk about at all, really. So this is hesitant, but I'm suspecting this is on low volume. S&P 500 futures just coming up to resistance on the trend line. And this is the Dow futures. Okay, so this is definitely weaker. We've slammed into a key area up here and been rejected, but I'm just taking my lead from the Nasdaq futures. Alright? Okay, let's get into this now. Commodities. A lot of commodities have actually come off. If you look at areas like cotton steamed up here in March and April, and then it's just drifted lower ever since. That could be said for cocoa. Very steep drop on Friday for some reason. The one commodity I do like is the corn. I really like the corn here. I think this corn, on the back of that higher close from the Friday action and gold Thursday's action, I think this corn could get going again. We've seen a lot of volume in this corn, much more so than the beans and the wheat. Beans, you can see very sideways, very, very sideways. So all the volume's gone into the corn. That's not a bad close. It looks as if wheat's trying, but corn is definitely the one that's seeing all the volume, getting all the attention, and is good to trade. So I'll be looking for intraday trades on that. If you want to swing trade it, I would look for a pullback. There's something as shallow as 687 with a stop at just below at 669, and see if we can break through this trend line and get back up there. It is a quiet period for the grains, but as we get into August and so on, I would expect more volume still, and this to break up that trend line. We break that trend line, that's really the motor. So be very take a good look at corn. And I was talking about stocks a minute ago. Let me just show you one or two stocks. This is ACI that was in the recent scan list. Bumped into the 50 EMA. I just think this is a very, very good stock. It's a coal stock. This is one sector I've been following with great interest for some time now. We just bumped into resistance here. Very nice pattern here. Very nice bottoming pattern. It does gap down, I appreciate, but it's not a good old-fashioned cup and handle here. And I think the ACI can break up here and possibly get up as high as AC35. That was on our very recent scan. If you're interested in joining our scan list, it's a very, very modest price. Not only do you get a succinct list of possible stocks to a very tight specification I use, I will also be, when I get back, I will start doing videos for each of those stocks. So email me now if you're interested in that. Let's have a look at GG. This is one on the list. So nice move up out of 50 EMA. And holding up, expecting greater things of that one. I think that's got further to go. PTEN was one that was on our list. Yep, that's holding up. We talked about it. We posted it on our list down here on that day, that big day there. There's the pullback to 50 MA, and we've gone from 28.95 on the pullback. Sorry, just slightly higher on there. 29 up to 33.75, and we still look as if we're holding and could go further. Right, let's talk about oil, seeing as that's an oil stock. Like oil a lot. I talked about this in my video when I said it was on a trend line here. So we've got a deeper retrace, which looked a little bit like a sell-off at the time, if you're looking at intraday. It bounced right back. I think oil's coming to 102.90. If you can get a pullback to 99.40 and you stop at 97 or just under 97, you can get the benefit of that, and possibly higher. With the strength of that Nasdaq, I think that could go a lot higher. Moving swiftly onto the Forex, this is the Aussie US. It's a reversal bar up there with a big gap to the 8, so I think we're going to need to. I think we're going to hover up here. I think we're going to hold up here, possibly have a retest of 1077 before the 8 EMA comes across and this gets back up to the highs. So if you get a retest of an area like 1077, I will be a buyer of that. I would not trade that, swing trade that, because of the risk of that reversal bar coming to full force and pulling that down. Before we go any further, a quick look at the dollar index. We have a stopping bar with an extension to the 8. I think this is very weak. There's a lower low here, the reversal bar right up here some time ago, a few days back. I think a retest of the 8 around about the 75 area, and that will continue to move to the downside, especially given the strength of that Nasdaq. Gold holding up very nicely. I certainly would, if you're not in this, I wouldn't be a buyer of it. If you're in it, just sit tight. Let's see if we can break up. We can go Thursday's price action. I would not want to suggest you buy at the highs. Right. Back to, sorry, I've done a strange route here. I didn't mean to do that. I do apologise. Euro US, very, very important chart. You can see, I'm looking at this area here. You can see a lot of resistance. It's the key area 144.25. A lot of touches up here. A lot of price action around this area. It's a very notable pivotal area, and we moved up there on Thursday and came back on Friday. Now, I have to say I've got some concerns about this one. After this big bar on Thursday, this is not a very convincing close. It really struggled on Friday. I think I'm not going to talk about fundamentals to any extent here, but the charts are suggesting that once sentiment settle in, some doubts came in about the strength of this euro. So it's in a tough corner. It's got a major pivotal area. For this to move out, I think we need to retest the 50 EMA 43 area, and then if we can hold that, then come around and start to move back up to the 48 area. But if we've any lower closes on Monday, and certainly any closes below 43, then I would get very suspicious about this move up and look for shorts. But in the meantime, no reason to get short, no reason to start thinking about short at all. Let's just see what happens if this 8 can come across. You can retest the 50 and move up. Alright, so looking for 143 intraday for a test area. Pound had a better close on Friday. Now this is looking good. Seen a lot of interest in the pound. It was at times when the euro was selling off in recent days and weeks, the pound was holding up. And look at this 8. We're just coming through here. You can just see it on the 50 EMA here. It's a huge bust up. I think we'll hang around here, retest possibly as low as 162, and then start to move back up. So that's what I'll be looking for intraday. Now a lot of other charts are not really showing any significant interest. Euro pound, we had this big sell-off, held away from the 200 EMA, moved back to the 50 EMA, and we've closed below the 8 and the 20. So that is actually a very bearish close, showing that extra strength in the pound over and above the euro. So it is something of a reversal bar under that 50 EMA as well, but I don't like the trade because of this 200 EMA. I think we're just going to move around here in a sort of 100, 150 point range, and then we'll make a decision. So let me just see if there's any other significant charts. I think that's probably it. This euro yen looks very weak to me because we've got a reversal bar under this massive resistance here, 113.40 area. We closed below Thursday's close, which is bullish. We retested the 8. First time we retested the 20 EMA. First time we retested that for a long time. I think if this euro yen starts to weaken, if the euro starts to weaken, this could be the one that drops harder initially. Again, I wouldn't swing trade it. I'm just keeping an eye on this, just using it as an indicator for strength and weakness in the euro. No, that's it. I mean, this is a good example here of why I'm suggesting Trade Easy Way needs to focus more on stocks, because at the moment we've got the Nasdaq moving out really well, and yet we've got a lot of forex charts just stuck in channels and stuck in ranges. So while I'm suggesting your account is less active in this US dry season period, some of the stocks are moving very well. So just to summarise, I like oil with the potential to get back to 103. I like the corn on a pullback to the daily 50. The pound to me is stronger than the euro, so I'll be looking for pullbacks in this pound with the potential to get long and hold to see if we can go up to 167. If you look at just standing aside for the euro for the moment, looking for intraday weakness to see if that can pull back to 143, but we're at 143.50 at the moment. So sorry, I'll take that back. I don't want to short the euro. I will just look to see what happens at the 143 area, see if we can hold 143 on the euro. Okay, that's it. A reminder that the video on Tuesday will be the last one for a week and a half. Traders Roundtable on Monday night is going to look at how to measure, how to look out for big moves like this, the one we had on Thursday, and to look out for retracement areas. If you're an oil trader, that will be particularly relevant to you. Alright, hope that helps. Thanks for listening and watching, and I will see you at the next update.